need your help. Please, can't you help? I need someone to travel to the Tawili coast. It's my daughter. I'm a merchant, originally of Kulm, and I have seen my share of grief. It's the land that lies along the western edge of the Forian Strait. The coast bore the brunt of the Tuatha invasion 10 years ago. This is my adopted home. The people have been good to me here. But there is no use talking to them of certain things. I gave up trying long ago. The village stood alone along the Tawili coast, overlooking the sea. It was one of the first places to fall when the Tuatha invaded. Kulm has been abandoned for years, and it's a place best forgotten. Anella was determined to rebuild it, though. Anella led a group of refugees to the town of Kulm. I warned her not to go, but she's always been a strong-willed girl. I should have heard from her by now, and the caravanners say that bands of Tuatha have landed on the coast. If anything happened to Anella, I don't know what I'd do. Please, help me. It's been 10 years since we drove the Tuatha from these lands, and still the refugees are living in tents on the Forsaken Plain. They've talked of resettling Kulm. Anella took up their cause and agreed to lead them there. Oh, it seems I have no choice. If you're willing to go, I'll give you what I can. You will? At last! Mitharu bless you, friend. Anella led the refugees to the ruins of Kulm on the Tawili coast. Look for her there. If she's hurt, bring her back safely. If she's dead... Even though the Tuatha army is held inside Cluricon, small groups can sneak through the mountains and across the water. It's happened before. If the rumors are true, Anella and the refugees will be right in the path of any raiders. I know what Kulm meant to her. She was just a child when we fled. But this is folly. The ruins lie south of Rathia and the old battleground. If there's trouble, the settlers may have hidden, possibly in the village. Please, find my daughter.
Can I help you? They found me! Make it quick. Thank Metharu. I thought I'd die here, the last of Culn's settlers, alone. After 10 years spent wandering the plains, we thought we could rebuild our homes. How could we be so wrong? All around you, this was Culn. It might have been again, but now everyone is gone. Damn Tuatha. When we arrived, there was nothing here. Then, like a second dawn march, they were everywhere. Why do they hate us? They're not like the other Fae. She promised we'd rebuild Culn. Should have known that was impossible. Can't blame her. We chose to come here, hoping that war was far enough gone that we might rebuild. It was after the Tuatha's first defeat in Erythal. They were scattered, but regrouped south of Tuili. Under cover of night, they marched north, and with the dawn attacked Rathir. General Telera's forces cut them off and drove them back into the sea. Anella and the foragers were out when the Tuatha came. It was a massacre until they returned and drove them off. She and the others set off for Verki, where Anella said they came from. If you've got any hope of finding her alive, you'll get there quickly. Stronghold in southern Tuili, mostly destroyed during the war. Anyone who could fight had left to forage. When the Tuatha finally came, there was no one to resist. Verki, head south through the narrow pass, then turn east. If you want to help her, you'd better go now.
The jagged cliffs, angles meeting the swollen sea, treacherous to the ungainly Alfar, was the homeland our people took. I have seen the places upon the hillside our ancestors forged from sea-sculpted stone. Glir Rathwen, the bluffs of Tawili, were settled near the light of the heavens that glittered brightest, gazing towards Lyria's teardrop, the earth's steeple rising to meet her magnificence.
Die, Tuatha! I appreciate the help, but my work here isn't done. Unless you're going deeper into Verki, I'll take my leave. I should have sent word, but I wanted to give him good news from Koln. Tell him things had gotten better. But they never did. And it's my fault that the refugees were lost. Most of this place fell in the war, but it appears the lower levels were mostly unharmed, lucky for us. Those of us who could defend ourselves went out to find supplies. The rest stayed and helped in ruins. Tuatha picked us off, one by one. After 10 years, we thought we could rebuild. I led them here, and here they died. The idea was mine, as is the blame. What did my father say of me? I can look after myself, though I'm grateful for your help all the same. We were out looking for supplies. Came home to find Tuatha attacking the village. All those people dead, at the hands of those monsters. We drove off the first group, but they just kept coming. The survivors scattered. I left to find where the Tuatha had come from. I'm not going back until the work is done. You'll just have to help. They're coming in through the water gates in the depths of this place. They must have found them. That's their way in. We see Tuatha crawling out of here every time we pass. As for the gates, I remember them from when I was a child, before the Tuatha came. Unexpected, but thank you. With you here, we just might make it. Let's go. At the bottom, of course. They were used to let boats in. You can be sure we'll find more Tuatha along the way. Are we going? Fight well enough. More of them! Tuatha! There's the lever to the gate. Throw it! the lever to the gate. Throw it. The gate lever. There! They can't get in this way anymore. Let's go. It's finished. Return with me. If I know my father, he'll want to thank you in person. Are we going? I won't let them back on our land.
I will never forget what you have done for me, and Anella. No thanks could ever be enough, but please, accept this humble reward. Not a bird to be caged, I'm afraid. Still, I hope her time on the Tawili coast has opened her eyes to the realities of the world. I too dream of seeing Culn rebuilt, but I fear it will be years past this war's end before such a thing could be. Just an old merchant with his share of grief, but his share of fortune, too. I have a home here in Tyrion's Rest, and my daughter by my side.